Um, hey YouTube, this is RVTV, or BravVTV, I don't remember, it's been so long. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm in my car, and I gotta keep my head here, otherwise that just looks weird. I wanted to do a video, and this is a video for my wife, as well as myself. I know people are gonna be like, why is your channel so depressing, so sad? I don't know why. I think I use this tool more or less as therapy, and to see if other people feel the way that I do. I guess for most important part. How should I start this? Me and my wife, wifey Kate, had a misunderstanding this morning. I wouldn't call it argument because we didn't really argue. And I made her cry, or I don't think I made her cry. I think it's the situation that made her cry. But and I don't know if guys watch this video or not, but I just wanted to share how maybe other guys gonna feel the same way that I do. But as a man, as I grow in love for my wife and for Lena, our little one, I would say it's hard to move past certain times your past. And I'm moving this camera because my arm kind of hurt already. I need to practice my camera arm. But I'm finding out that I have a lot of issues. I mean, emotionally. And I was telling her this, and to prevent more fighting or more disagreements, all my life has been hard. I'll say sharing my emotions. I was raised with a old school father, and a mother that is constantly there to help. However, it's hard being a man, emotionally speaking, because you don't want to look weak. Not necessarily meaning that being emotional make you weak, but it is associated with weakness. And no one wants to be vulnerable, really. No one wants to have their emotions out there, just in case if people don't understand or they worry or anything. And for me, in my life, I was telling coworkers today, it's hard. I find it hard sharing emotionally. Honestly, I find it very difficult to tell my wife the simplest things to make her feel okay. And certain times that takes a toll. Because I'm so not used to sharing. I'm so not used to giving that side of me, and I'm trying my hardest to be vulnerable now, because this is, I feel like I've been more vulnerable on YouTube than in person sometimes. So I just wanted to share that. And it's just so hard. And as a man, I can see why most of us are good at math or good at figuring things out, good at puzzles, because with a problem there's always a solution. And as a man, and trying to make this as simple as possible, if there's a problem, there is a solution. If a man doesn't have food, he goes out and look for ways to make money. If he doesn't have a car, he takes a bus. If your wife wants, let's say, a birthday party or a cake or whatever, the solution is that you buy it. In the most simplest form. And for a husband, for a person that you said I do to in regards to your wife, and you said that for better or worse, for richer or for poor, it comes with a certain amount of pressure of being the solution a lot of times, and just being the solution. And it's so hard because when you hear your wife say the same thing over and over again in regards to her being tired or her being sick or her feeling hurt, you have to find a solution. Wherever the solution is, you must be it. And it's hard when there is no solution. When it's times that as a man you want to be emotional, you want to be vulnerable, you want to be that pillar for your significant other, and sometimes it takes a toll because, you know, as a man, we were trained and raised not to share everything. Not saying every woman shares everything, but just it comes with pressure. And this morning, I saw my wife cry, and I was so angry at what she said because of just little things that I do. I wake up early just to help her out, and I know she doesn't get that much sleep, and for her that's, you know, I've never had that problem. Well, unless if Lena's up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but you know, and I came to the realization that she's not looking for a solution, even though she says she's not. But I constantly have that pressure of finding one. I constantly have that feeling of, well, if it's the bed, let's fix the bed. If it's Lena, let's put her to bed early. If it's whatever it is, but it's certain things that as a man that has a father and a husband, it hurts because it's certain things that there is no solution to, and you really want them to be a solution. It must be a solution, because or else you feel helpless and feeling helpless is, to me, the worst feeling in the world. I dropped Lena off with a couple noodle for lunch, and I'm just like, out of all the things for lunch, and having to explain that to her godmother, even though I know she kind of understands the situation, but that weighs heavy on my heart, because it's kind of like, how come we don't have food for her? And we got paid today and we're okay, but it's just the thought of, like, that's so not nourishing. That's not food to me. That's stuff that I will barely eat myself, unless I really, really need to, and that's to me, that's a sign of desperation. And a solution must be met, and it's hard because most of the solution to the problem, the answer to the problem, is money. And for a man, that's all I see is the solution is money. If I can get to work on time, that'll save us money. That'll save us probably $7.50 that can go to Lena. If I'm on time, if I go to work, then that puts us at $100 and something towards Lena, towards rent. If my wife is hungry, it takes me going to work to provide food on the table for her so we can have something to eat. If she's cold, if she's hurt, it takes money to have benefits, to do all these things. And so sometimes you get so overwhelmed by the financial side, because that's always the answer. That's always been the answer. And certain times, it's not, and it's hard to, because you're putting so much on you going to work, that sometimes you can neglect the emotional side. Needing to share this with my wife, that it's hard. Every time she says something about her back, every time she says something about her being tired, I have to look at that mattress and assess whether or not how much money it would take to fit that mattress. And even though she says she just wants a hug, a encouraging word, it's hard when you feel like that's not good enough. When your wife, your child deserves better, and she deserves more. It's hard when you want to give them more. You want, you desire, you crave, you want to give them the very best, and you fall short. And I feel short. And I love my wife with all my heart. I love Lena with all my heart, and I tell Tiffany I love her with everything. And I know I'll fall short in so many areas of my life. Emotionally, I'm not the biggest sharer. I'm not the biggest sharer at all, honestly. In every facet of my personal life, I'm not the biggest sharer. In my spiritual life, even in my physical life, I've been doing Tai Chi now for almost 2 months with my Sifu Bill Rosary. I think it's Brosary, Brosary. You'll see him do a demonstration with a weapon. And, this and marriage is just so difficult, because I'm realizing it's so many issues that I've never faced that I have to face now. And I know it takes God. And this is just God showing me that I need to deliver this emotional side of me over to my wife, and not just him. And I tell myself that if I tell him, I feel better, and certain times I don't. Honestly, I know that he's got it. But it's so hard. It's so hard. Because when you feel like you fall short, you feel inadequate. You feel less than. And I know I have to pray those things away and bind and loose and do what I need to do, and I haven't. And so as those feelings overtake me, and I go to a dark place, and I've been in a dark place before, and I don't like it. Certain times I feel like I do. But honestly, I know that I'm not this dark person. I'm not this depressed. I'm not this sad. I know I look angry and mad all the time, but there's this person, this boy that's always needed someone to talk to. And he just came to the conclusion the only person he can talk to him is himself. And keep it in and don't let it go. And maybe it will feel better. And I'm trying not to be that person anymore that holds stuff in. Because honestly, it hurts my relationship with my wife. It hurts my relationship with other facets. And I've been dealing with this, saying it's okay not to let people in. And I'm in a situation where I'm forced, because then she doesn't understand. So I pray that she watches this, that she sees this. I know that I'm trying. And I chose YouTube. People know I don't really care for views. I don't. You either watch me, you don't. Doesn't really bother me. But I chose this venue for her because I feel like she uses this as a platform to share her emotions. And I want her to know that I want to be that thing that take care of her emotions, take care of her physically, mentally, and emotionally. It just takes time. I love you with all my heart, with all my everything. And know that I am a work in progress. And I hate it when you cry. Love you.